I went thrifting in Gibsonton, Florida today. First stop, Casey's Closet Thrift Store, and I will admit that I was completely shocked at how big this place is. It must be 10,000 square feet of everything you could imagine. Plus, everything over $1 was 60% off, and if you need furniture, it was 75 off. As usual, I started right in the book section and found some really interesting ones. This yearbook, lots of cookbooks, computer books, and so much more. I spent a long time going through everything and picked out some that I found unique and would be perfect for my future junk journal scrapbook kits. I'll show everything that I get at the end. I checked out the VHS movies around the corner looking for hits from the 80s, but I didn't find any. Also, if you see anything that I should have got, please let me know, as I plan on going back next week, as I'm having some regret on a few items that I didn't purchase. There was a lot of glassware, capital Pyrex, but I'm only looking for vintage products that are made of paper or other lightweight, non-breakable items. There was a lot of cassettes to go through. I really loved the homemade tapes with the typed out song titles. There was old typewriter ribbons. I really wish I still had a typewriter. I know that sounds crazy. Ink cartridges. Then there was a whole nother section of computer books that I went through. There were a few bins of sewing patterns, but all of them seemed to be very current and not what I was interested in. What do you think of these little hanging fashion accessories, as they call them? They had over 100 of them, but I wasn't sure if these would be good for junk journal scrapbooks, hanging them on the outside and whatnot. Let me know. I went through all the magazines and found a few from the 60s, which are really cool and in really great condition. And check out this hefty freezer wrap box. It is so cool. I have to figure out what year it's from. That'll be a Google search in the future. And then there's this calculator tape. There was tons of it, and it was all aged, which I really liked. I quickly checked out all the toys and games and puzzles, and I did see a clue game, but $30 is way out of my price range, which surprised me because everything was so affordably priced. I don't know why the clue game was $30. And once I saw this box, you know I had to buy it. And inside I checked it, and it was working, so definitely came home with me. As I said, that store was overwhelming because it was so big and so much there that I am definitely going to have to go back next week. But I drove up the road to Mary's thrift store. It was only 3 minutes away. This shop is much, much smaller than Casey's, and it's probably about the size of my warehouse. And they had some paper. I didn't really end up getting anything. Lots of movies, but nothing that I was interested in. Nothing from the 80s. Where are all the 80s movies? And then, what is this? I couldn't figure out what this was. It's some kind of plastic. Are they tile covers? Does anyone know what these are? They are. They're just a thin plastic. I always love checking out the albums. These ones are all really different and eclectic. And I saw this really cool adding machine. It's $45. I just didn't know what I would do with it, but it's really cool. There was a clue game. I checked it out. It was missing some pieces, but I did end up deciding to get it. It was at a good price. That was the only thing I got at Mary's. And then the third spot that I was going to go to, I checked it and I made a mistake and they were closed. So I just headed home, and let me show you everything I ended up getting. I'm really excited with all these books, and check out these Better Homes and Gardens magazines from the 60s. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer them. Thanks.